Hello everyone and welcome to the 2003 season of KORR Monsters. We're starting off this season in Tacoma, Washington with an 8-truck field. Starting off with our field of trucks, we have the brand new Andy Boy High Voltage driven by rookie Greg Easton. Following that, we have reigning racing champion Mike Maxwell and the Ash Fire Extinguishers. Then we have 2000 freestyle champion Christian Holt and Busted Knuckles. Following that, we have Todd Yates and Doggone Crazy. After that, we have another rookie in the field, Harper Ray in Loud Pedal. Then we have Zack Preston in Rat Trap. Then we have another newcomer to the series, Jamie Steele in The Banker. And finally, we have reigning freestyle champion Jack Schroeder in Try Me. To start us off in racing, we'll have The Banker going against Try Me, followed by Andy Boy High Voltage going against Rat Trap. Then we'll have reigning racing champion Ash Fire Extinguishers going up against Doggone Crazy. And to round out the first round of racing, we'll have Loud Pedal versus Busted Knuckles. Starting this off, we got The Banker going up against Try Me. Both trucks pulling up to the line. Light goes green. Banker with a good jump. Into the first turn, trucks are looking pretty even. Try Me goes wide. Banker keeps it tight. It looks like Try Me is ahead now at the halfway point, coming around in the last turn. Try Me with a pretty good lead, and it will be Try Me moving on into round number 2. Next up, we have the debut of Andy Boy High Voltage going up against Rat Trap with Zack Preston with a huge wheelie off the line. Doesn't look like it cost him too much time, if any at all. Pretty even at the halfway point. It's going to come down to this final turn. Good turns from both trucks. It's going to be Rat Trap moving on into the next round. Now we have reigning racing champion Ash Fire Extinguishers going up against Doggone Crazy. Ash with a huge jump on Doggone Crazy. As they go into the first turn. That lead looks like it's only getting bigger. And indeed it is. Barring any mistake, Mike Maxwell and Ash Fire Extinguishers going on into round number 2. And indeed he is. And now we have rookie Harper Ray in Loud Pedal going up against Christian Holt and that brand new golden 20th anniversary Busted Knuckles. Of course, Christian is the 2000 freestyle champion and is already ahead of the rookie here, but not by a lot. Into the final turn, it's going to come down to this. Both trucks hard on the gas. Christian Holt, by the skin of his knuckles, moves on into the next round. And now for the semifinals, we have reigning freestyle champion Jack Schroeder and Try Me going up against Zack Preston and Rat Trap. On the other side of the bracket, we have reigning racing champion Mike Maxwell and Ash Fire Extinguishers going up against 2000 freestyle champion Christian Holt and Busted Knuckles. And here we go, we have Try Me versus Rat Trap, waiting on the light. Light goes green, trucks leave at the same time. And they look pretty even into the first turn. Try Me keeps it tight, Rat Trap goes a little wider. Try Me is ahead at the halfway point, final turn. It's going to come down to this, Rat Trap with an amazing turn. Try Me bobbles. Rat Trap and Zack Preston are moving on into the finals. Going against the winner of this next race, Ash Fire Extinguishers versus Busted Knuckles. Light goes green, Busted Knuckles with the jump. Ash takes it tight in the turn, Busted Knuckles goes wide. Even at the halfway part. It's going to come down to this final turn. Ash keeps it tight again, Busted Knuckles goes wide. Mike Maxwell and Ash Fire Extinguishers going to the finals, where he will be going up against Zack Preston in Rat Trap. As we have both trucks pulling to the line, they're going to wait on the green to crown the first racing winner of the season. Zack Preston, big wheelie off the line. Into the turn, both trucks are even. Rat Trap a little tighter than Ash Fire Extinguishers, even at the halfway point. Rat Trap with an awkward landing. Rat Trap with an amazing turn. Rat Trap and Zack Preston are going to win the first racing event of the 2003 season. As we get ready to go here into freestyle, we'll be starting off with The Banker, followed by Andy Boy High Voltage, Loud Pedal, Rat Trap, Doggone Crazy, 2000 Freestyle Champion Busted Knuckles, reigning Racing Champion Ash Fire Extinguishers, and reigning Freestyle Champion Try Me. As we kick off Freestyle here with Jamie Steele in the banker, first time we're seeing them here in KORR Monsters. Starts off with great air off the backside of the blue lane. A little bit of a weird turnaround there. Some good air off that white jump. It's like they're going for the white lane now. Ooh, awkward landing there. Back to the blue lane. And again, awkward landing. Landing on those ramps off to the side. Looks like Jamie's going after the van stack. Good hit, tries for a slap wheelie, does not get it. Now they go for the backside of the white lane. Good sky wheelie. 30 seconds left in the run. Going back to the backside of the blue lane with a good sky wheelie off of it. Not a ton of momentum in this run. Good air off that jump. Probably going to hurt the score a little bit with the lack of momentum. Looks like they're going for some donuts here to end the run. Time expires. It looks like Jamie Steele's getting a 21 for their first event here in KORR Monsters. As next up, we have Greg Easton debuting the brand new Andy Boy Batteries High Voltage with that brand new chassis and that brand new Chevy Silverado body. Starts off with a good little hit on the white racing lane. Looks like he's going straight for the center jump. Set up for a slap wheelie, but did not get it. This truck, of course, driven last year by Damon Newton, who has moved to a new ride in that Comedic Gaskets truck. As Greg goes down the ramps on the side of the track for the tough trucks. Not a lot of air, but a bunch of air off that center obstacle. Biggest air of the night so far. As he searches for his next hit. Big air off the white lane. Got a little bit of the ramps on the side. As he now goes into some donuts. 35 seconds left on the clock. The momentum was a little weak in the start of the run, but it has ramped up here in the second half of the run. Looks like he's going after the van stack now. Great sky wheelie. Great slap wheelie. Walking it across the track. Only a few seconds left. I don't know how the judges are going to score this. But it should be the lead, in my opinion. As time expires, gets into a little bit of trouble there. And he's going to keep on going. Back to the van stack again. Awkward landing. Going for more donuts? No. Back to the van stack again. He's really liking that van stack. And it looks like the truck's going to shut off on him there, and it's going to be a 22 for Greg Easton and Andy Boy High Voltage. As next up, we have Zack Preston in Rat Trap. This is the oldest chassis here at the show, debuting in 1990. With one of the younger drivers in the show as well. Started off with a great little sky wheelie on the backside of the blue lane, going to the backside of the white lane. Good air off of it, gets a bit of a slap wheelie. With that brand new Ford F-150 body on this truck. Great air off the van stack, collapses the van. Of course, Zach was our racing winner earlier in the show. Great air off the blue lane. This chassis is not been known to be the greatest freestyle, but it has been known for this. Great power wheelie from Zack Preston and Rat Trap all the way across the track. Almost got into a little bit of trouble there. Gets some good air off the center ramp. 30 seconds left. I have to imagine this is going to be the #1 score. Kind of searching around a little bit here. 15 seconds left. Backside of the center obstacle. Gets some good air off of that. Right as I was saying, he was doing good. Momentum came down quite a bit, but great air off the tough truck ramps. Time expires. Ended with something we have not seen yet, and now he goes into some cyclones. Does he keep it on the wheels? Yes, he does. It's a 23 for Zack Preston and Rat Trap. I expected a higher score than that. As now we have Todd, Yates, and Doggone Crazy coming out, going straight for that van stack. Tried for a slap wheelie, did not get it. Backside of the center obstacle. Just a little bit of air off of it. As you can see, the top 3 scores on the bottom right there. Backside of the white lane, good elevation off of it. And now Todd Yates going for some donuts. Struck's not been great at donuts in the past, but that was pretty good by its standards. Great air off the backside of the blue lane. Momentum is picking up in this run. Halfway through. Great air off the backside of the white lane. Did not think we would see that kind of elevation off of that. Another hit on the van stack. Gets a slap wheelie, but not a very big one. This run is coming to an end. Launches it off the center ramp. This is a good run. I'm not sure how the judges are going to score it. But Todd has given them everything they could have wanted and more with a huge sky wheelie on the backside of the blue lane. Time expires. That was probably the last hit they score. Backside's the van stack. Kind of straightens it up, actually. And he's also going to keep going. Good air off the white lane. It looks like he's going to go for some more donuts here. It looks like they're better than the ones he did in time. Ooh, a little bit of trouble there. Looks like he's going to park the truck right in front of the camera. It's a 26 for Todd Yates and Doggone Crazy. That is the new lead score. As we move on to rookie driver Harper Ray in Loud Pedal. This, of course, was Mike Maxwell's ride up until finals last year. Starts off with some great air off the tough truck ramps. Harper has some big shoes to fill, as Mike Maxwell just won the racing championship last year, driving his new ride Ash Fire Extinguishers, who we'll see freestyle in a bit. So far, it's a good start for Harper. Goes after the van stack. Good little air. Try to get a slap wheelie. I don't think the differential in that truck is at 100%. Kind of putting around now. That truck might be hurt. Halfway through the run. Tried for a sky wheelie. Didn't quite get it as vertical as he wanted, I don't think. Back to the blue lane. Good air off of it. Broke truck or not. It's a pretty good run so far from Loud Pedal. Good air off the center obstacle. Kind of searching around. Back to the blue lane. More good air off the backside of it. Only a few seconds left here. I don't think this is in the conversation for the lead. As he once again goes for a sky wheel, he gets a good one. Time's up. And looks like he's going to park it on that van stack. It's a 22 from the judges. Not good enough for the lead, but a respectable score for a first-timer. As we move on to Christian Holt, our 2000 freestyle champion, celebrating 20 years of Busted Knuckles this year with that beautiful gold livery. As you can see, our top three scores on the bottom right. It's Christian Holt. Does his thing. Great air off of both racing lanes. Looks like he's going for the van stack now. Hits it a little crooked. Great slap wheelie off of it, though. Been a little bit since we've seen Christian here in KORR Monsters. I don't think we saw him at all last season. As he goes for a sky wheelie, doesn't get it, but does get a little bit of a slap wheelie out of it. Oh, and I've just noticed there's a camper on the track now. There's some great air on off the backside of the blue lane. It looks like Christian is going to go for that camper, which is something he is known to do. Looks like he's going to line himself up. Floors it. And obliterates that camper. That was fully loaded camper. And it is now a pile of wood. And he is standing on it now. He is pumped up. 10 seconds left. Is it too late in the run to go for the lead? Going for some donuts. Some great donuts. Best donuts we've seen in time tonight. And they just keep going and going. And he finally comes to a stop. It is a 29 for Christian Holt and Busted Knuckles. Blasts into the lead, but there's still room on top for someone like this. Mike Maxwell, Ash Fire Extinguisher, goes right after that van stack. Our reigning racing champion coming out strong. Goes for a slap wheelie. Drags the bumper across the entire floor. Great start of the run so far from Mike. Launches it off the tough truck ramps. Almost gets into a little bit of trouble. Back to the center obstacle. More great air off of him. As now it looks like he's going for the backside of the van stack, and indeed he is. Not a lot of air off of it. Looks like backside of the blue lane. Good sky wheelie off of it. A little bit of a slap wheelie. Not a ton of room to bring that anywhere, though. As now Mike Maxwell goes into some donuts. Far side of the track. Only a couple of rotations. Gets some air off the center obstacle. Lands it on the blue lane. Really awkward. Only 10 seconds left in the run. Looks like he's going back to the van stack. Huge sky wheelie off of it. Hard landing. Big slap wheelie. Backside of the center obstacle. He's still going. Time's expired. Looks like he's going up the backside of the tough truck ramps. Not a lot of air going that way on him. Back to the van stack. Great air off of it. Slams it down on the white lane. Parks it on top of the white lane. It's going to be a 27 for Mike Maxwell and Ash Fire Extinguishers. As now we're on our final truck here. It's going to be Jack Schroeder and Try Me, our reigning freestyle champion, launching it off the white lane to start us off. As you can see, our score to beat is a 29. There's only 1 point left to go. Huge air from Jack Schroeder and Try Me off the center obstacle. Follows it up backside of the van stack. Gets in trouble. Saves it. 30 seconds in. Goes after the camper. This is already in contention for that perfect 30 he would need. Looks like he's going to launch it off the tough truck ramps. Awkward landing on the blue lane. And it looks like he's going to cross up that van there. Great air, great slap wheelie, dragging the bumper. Almost gets into trouble again. Going back to the center obstacle with more huge air off of it. Gets in trouble. Keeps it on all four wheels again. Going back to the van sack. Lands it hard on the side. Goes over. Brings it back down onto all four wheels. Truck's shut off. I think they're going to let him keep going. And the truck's fired back up. Few seconds left on the clock. He's still going. Back to the van sack once again. This has got to be the winning run. There is no way it is not. Truck's destroyed. He's still going, and he's going over again. Truck shut off. It's upside down. It's a perfect score for Jack Schroeder and Try Me, as he will win here in Tacoma, Washington for the first event of the 2003 season. As you can see, the rest of our freestyle results here: Busted Knuckles with a 29, Ash Fire Extinguishers with a 27, Doggone Crazy with a 26, Rat Trap with a 23, Andy Boy Batteries High Voltage and Loud Pedal with a 22, and the Banker with a 21. This has been a great event to kick off the 2003 season. Rat Trap winning racing, Try Me winning freestyle, and we'll see you next week in Pontiac, Michigan for our second event. We'll see you then.